Assalamu alaikum students. This is our 7th lecture of second year computer science. In today's video, we will discuss some features of C language. So we have seen that C is one of the most popular programming languages, which is still used for the application and system software development. So now the question is that why C is popular? To find the answer, we will look towards some features of the C language. And we will see that what are those features which make C still a popular language for software development. So let's start features of C programming language. Now the first feature is that C is a structured programming language. Now what do we mean by the structured programming language? The structured programming languages are those which aimed at means that the purpose of such languages is to improve the quality and the clarity of program. And they also reduces the complexity of the code, means that the complex code could be divided into the structures and routines. And it also reduces the development time of the program. Now, such programming languages have rich control structures, means that they have statements like if else, switch, and loops. And it is also easy to understand and modify the structured programming language. So the C is a structured programming language and it has all the qualities that structured programming offers. Second feature is that it is a middle level language, so it provides the convenience of high level language. Means we can use the English language words and the arithmetic symbols, and at the same time, it allows much closer control of the computer's hardware as assembly language. So programmer can control the hardware using the C language. Therefore, it is used both for the system software and the application program development. Now, third feature is that it is very efficient, means that the execution is very fast. And when C is translated to the machine language, then it produces a very efficient code. Now, it says that if you write down the program in the assembly language and then translate it into the machine language, then the code will be very similar to the one which is produced by translating the C language. And you know that the assembly is the low level language and it is very fast. So we could get the meaning that the code produced by the C is very fast, almost as fast as the assembly language. Therefore, it is very efficient to write the program in C language. Now, the fourth feature is that it has rich library. Now, the most of the operations which we perform in the C language, we perform with the help of the functions. And those functions are present in the standard libraries. The C provides a lot of built-in functions, means those built-in functions are present in libraries and therefore these are called the rich libraries. There are a lot of functions. And these functions made the process of development in the C language very fast. Now, C is highly portable language, means that the program which is once written can run on another or the different machines with a little or no modifications. Means that once you have write down a program that you can run it on the different computers with little changings or no changings at all. Now another feature of C language is that it is a case sensitive language. Now, the case sensitive means that it treats the lowercase and uppercase characters differently. Or we can say that it can differentiate between the uppercase and the lowercase letters. For example, the letter A is considered different than the letter capital A. Capital A is considered a separate letter and the small a is considered a separate letter. Now, C language is very simple. Why? Because with a program which is written in C, we use the English language words. So therefore, they are very easy for the programmer to understand them and to use them and to develop the program by using the C language. So these were some important features of the C language which we have discussed today. But there are some other features as well, which I would like to tell you. The first is that there are some reserved words and the data types in the C language. Now the C has the small set of the reserved words, and those reserved words, or we can call them the keywords, they are 32 in number, and they cannot be used for variable naming or naming the functions. These are known as the reserved words. And there are some basic data types like the integers, floating point, and the character, which tells us the type of data which we will store. We will study this in the second chapter in more detail. Now C is a compiler based language, means that if you have written a program in C language, first we need the compiler to compile our program. Then we can execute it. And last is that it is a syntax based language, means that it is a strongly tied syntax based programming language. And if you have made any error in the syntax, then your program will not be compiled unless you remove those errors and then you execute your program. So this was a brief discussions of some important features of the C language. I hope that you have understood them. Thank you for your attention.